great pleasure to send Your Excellency my sincere congratulations along with my best wishes to you for good health and happiness, and to the Gambian for further progress and prosperity. I would like to take this opportunity to say once again how much I value the relation-based close brotherly African bonds, fruitful cooperation and active solidarity between our two countries. I keenly look forward to pursuing our joint action to expand our scope of our bilateral relations and build a model partnership that helps us fulfill our people's aspirations and contribute to progress and stability in Africa. I reiterate my congratulations to you and pray that Allah God protect you and grant you success in your endeavor to lead the Gambian people towards further progress and prosperity. The message ends. The president of the Swiss Confederation, Didier Bolkhata, writes, on the occasion of the National Day of the Republic of the Gambia, it is an opportunity to extend to Your Excellency on behalf of the Swiss Federal Council and on my own behalf, my sincere congratulations and best wishes for the well-being of the population and the prosperity of your country. The text ends. On behalf of the government and people of the Republic of Sierra Leone and on my own behalf, I would like to convey to you and through you to the government and people of the Republic of the Gambia our warmest felicitations on the auspicious occasion of the Independence Day of your country. Sierra Leone and the Republic of the Gambia have enjoyed excellent bilateral relations over the years. It is my fervent hope the bonds of cooperation and friendship that exist between our two countries will be further enhanced and consolidated for the benefit of two countries and peoples in the years to come. Whilst wishing you continued personal well-being and success for the friendly people of the Gambia, please accept, Your Excellency and dear brother, the assurances of my highest consideration. It ends. The King of Switzerland has also sent similar greetings to the head of state. The Spanish ambassador at large for the Sahel has spoken optimistically about the state of bilateral cooperation. Ambassador Antonio Sanchez Benedito made the remarks in an interview with reporters at State House shortly after delivering a message from the King of Spain to President Jammeh.
To visit His Excellency, the President of the Gambian Republic. He has had the honor to have a good and fruitful meeting with him, with the ministers, in order to review bilateral relations in different areas. As you may know, Spain and the Gambia entertain very good and profound and deep relations in many areas, in many fields, and this has been a very good opportunity to discuss it and to explore possibilities to deepen and to reinforce them.
Specific areas?
Some specific areas concern bilateral relations, specifically the Spanish candidacy to the UN Security Council. But also we have had the opportunity to discuss the contribution of the Gambian community to Spain, and to Spain also to the development and the economic growth of the Gambia.
When you say the Spanish candidacy to the UN Security Council, can you elaborate? What were you asking for Gambia's support in this area, or what exactly do you mean when you say that?
Spain is a candidate to become a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council for the years 2015-2016. So we are seeking the support of our friend countries and also of the Gambia. That's the main reason also of my visit and of the audience given to me by His Excellency the President.
We also understand that you are the Gambia's ambassador at large for the Sahel region, which is faced with many challenges, particularly security and food security. Any specific discussions in this light as well?
Yes, of course. I have taken this opportunity to ask the President about his views in the region. Spain and the Gambia share the same concern, the same preoccupation about the peace and security and stability in the whole region. We know that the Gambia contributes to the stabilization, especially of Mali, as well as Spain. Spain is one of the largest contributors to the mission to train the Malian armed forces, and that's been one of the areas that we have discussed today.
Spain's ambassador at large for the Sahel, Antonio Sanchez Benedito, after a meeting with President Jammeh. Their newly appointed national women's mobilizer, Mrs. Aissatou Jifanga Jaju, will be installed at the APRC Bureau tomorrow, Thursday, 6th March 2014 at 10 o'clock a.m. A news release from the APRC Political Bureau states that Mrs. Jaju will be escorted from the West Coast region to the Bureau and urges all militants to come out in numbers. There will also be a political rally at Kanilai on Saturday, 8th March 2014. Commencing at 2 o'clock p.m., the release concludes. Today is Ash Wednesday, and Christians have started 40 days of fasting, prayer and penance. The period of intense prayer and devotion culminates on Good Friday, the day when Jesus Christ was said to have been crucified on the cross for the salvation of mankind. Samuel has more on the significance of the day and that of the Lenten season.
Ash Wednesday marks the beginning or the first day of the season of Lent, which begins exactly 40 days prior to Easter. Lent is a 40-day liturgical period of prayer and fasting or abstinence and spiritual discipline for Christians, a period when Christians around the world reflect on Jesus' temptation in the wilderness.
Lent is a period wherein really we are strengthened through prayer, through almsgiving, through fasting, to gain strength so that we go back to God and do exactly what He expects from us, to act as children of God. So its significance is really bringing us back to God.
On Ash Wednesday, some Christians could be seen in the streets with ash marks on their foreheads. But what does that really symbolize?
The ashes we use as a symbol of being repentant. And really, with all that goes on, the ashes, yes, they're important in the sense that they bring us, it brings us back to our senses, so to speak, to say we are sinners, we accept we are sinners, and we need forgiveness from God. And that's the reason why even during Mass, you don't have Lord of Mercy, you don't have I confess, because the ashes, this is a sign to say we are repentant sinners, so, call it so.
The period of Lent is said to be anchored on the church doctrines of appreciation of God's deeds in joy and not mere wearing of gloomy faces. The Pontiff's Lenten message focuses on poverty, drawing lessons from St. Paul's references to what poverty and charity means for Christians today.
It's a time that we are to pray. It's a time that we are to give alms. It's a time that we are to fast. And all these go with good works. And if you go by even the readings of Ash Wednesday, it tells us that these must be done in joy. So it's not a time wherein we have a gloomy face. That's what the gospel tells us. Not to put on a gloomy face to show that we are fasting. Rather, it's a time wherein we do things because, we want to do them for God and we appreciate what God is doing for us, so we do these with joy.
As millions of Christians observe this sacred time, they are expected to abstain from food or other pleasures and take time to focus on God.
Let us remember, this is a period wherein good works must show in our lives. We are to fast, yes. We are to give alms, yes. We are to pray. And it's, going out, of the ordinary. Let us, it's not an extraordinary thing, so to speak. But then, like if at all I was praying, I pray a little bit more. If I, was fasting or doing, reducing the amount of food that I take in, I just add a little bit more. Praying the very same, I add a little bit more. Because this is a period wherein our concentration goes to God rather than ourselves.
Lent is a common practice in Christianity, a way of giving service to God through increased prayer and almsgiving and mortification to reach God. Samuel Ba, Grts.
Well, one of the president's gardens that boast a variety of plants, including exotic vegetables, which some believed could not be grown in the Gambia, was on Tuesday harvested by 100 green youths. Kanilai family farm managers, as Momodu Jallo reports, are eyeing the ongoing GCCI trade fair to make sales.
Over 100 Green Youth volunteers were at hand